सुनकर मेरे मन में कुछ शब्द आए। तीन रंगों का है ये तिरंगा,
एक गड़बड़ हुआ।
तीन रंगों का है ये तिरंगा, ये मेरी पहचान है। तीन रंगों का है ये तिरंगा, ये मेरी पहचान है। आन देश की शान देश की, हम तो इसकी संतान हैं। वक्त की पाबंदी को मद्देनजर रखते हुए कार्यक्रम को हम आगे बढ़ाते हैं और मैं मंच पर बुलाना चाहूंगा श्रीमान कुमार आदित्य प्रकाश को, जो हमारे समक्ष वेलकम एड्रेस प्रस्तुत करेंगे।
Presenter. At the very outset, we offer our humble pranams to at the latest lotus feet of revered Swami Vimalatmanandji Maharaj. We all are quite fortunate to have respected Maharaj with us to witness this most awaited program. We all offer our deepest and most heartfelt gratitude to you, Maharaj. As even after having such a busy schedule, you managed to come here and bless all of us with your divine presence. My pranams to Secretary Maharaj, Principal Maharaj, Coordinator Maharajas, Chief Warden Maharajas, other monks and brahmacharis of the Holy Ramakrishna Order, teachers, staff members, guardians and distinguished guests. My heartfelt love to the pioneers of the futures, that is, to we students. Today, I, Kumar Aditya Prakash, on behalf of the whole Vidyapit family, would like to welcome everyone in this auditorium to enjoy today's evening to their very best. Today, I, along with my friends, would take you to our voice into the infinite sea of love and pride towards our nation and the heroes who made it the way it is now. As we talk about such heroes, we can't forget one name, and that is of our comrade, our general, Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda once uttered, "If you are really my children, you will fear nothing. Stop at nothing. You will be like lions. We must rouse India and the whole world. No cowardice. I will take no nay. Do you understand? Be true unto death." And now it seems that these golden words of Swami Vivekananda has found its place in the hearts of millions and billions of Indians. Now the world is looking for India. India is regaining its past position again. Last year itself, the G20 summit was held in India, which tells us that India was the Vishwaguru, is the Vishwaguru, and will continue to do so. But all of this haven't come out of a single day. It took decades and decades of struggle and sacrifice of millions of Indian people to achieve all of this. We need to remember that India isn't just about a land. It's a place where dreams come true. It's a place where different cultures blend and the sun shines in more than 1 billion hearts. 26th of January 1950. It was the day India became a republic. That is, now it has its own constitution and will be ruled by the Indian people as per it. It would have its own head of a state. Today is a day that fills our hearts with pride and gives us the freedom to talk our minds. 75 years ago, on this very day, it marked the birth of India as a republic. We escaped the shackles of colonial rule in legislature and constituent machinery, entered the bright light of liberty, and emerged as a sovereign nation, standing tall on the pillars of democracy. Now the sky over India at last belongs to the Indians. It doesn't just signify freedom from British rule. It signifies the limitless possibilities that the Indians could now aspire for to achieve. Republic Day isn't just about remembering the past. It's about embracing the present and building the future. It is the freedom to learn, to dream big and to aim high. It is the freedom to speak up and have our voices heard. It was 15th of August 1947 when our nation in its new and great form was born. But it was finally on 26th of January 1950 when India finally learned to speak up for itself, to stand up on its own feet. One may think, what is the significance of the Constitution and what's so great about being a republic? Imagine a country running without any rules and regulations. It's the same without a country, without a game, without any rules. Such a system without any constitution would just be a home to disputes, disharmony, and communal riots. It is the constitution that guarantees our individuality and our fundamental rights. Remember what B.R. Ambedkar once said, "The constitution isn't a mere lawyer's document. It's a vehicle of life, and its spirit is always the spirit of age." This day is symbolic of our struggle and sacrifice. That's why we take the motto of freedom in the mind, strength in words, pureness in our blood, pride in our souls, zeal in our hearts. This should be our aspiration, and with these values in soul and heart, we ought to celebrate the incredible country we live in. Remember, we live in a country where such ideas flow in a societal structure which may become the seed of a more prosperous and bright future. Some of the quotes that have been taken from, we can assert some quotes regarding this day and the progress of India, such as, "Ayam nijah paro ueti, ganalatu laguchetasam, udara charitanam tu vasudheva kutumbakam." This very Sanskrit sloka means the narrow-minded people think that he is my own brother, he is not my relative, but the wise, the intellectuals, they know that the whole world is one big family. With all this in heart, let's all salute the Indian martyrs and other great people who sacrificed their life for us. I'd once again welcome you all in this Vivekananda Auditorium for all those awaited programs. I, on behalf of whole Vidyapit family, welcome every guest here and pay my most sincere pranams and deepest gratitude to Swami Vimalatmananji Maharaj. We invoke the blessings of Thakur Swamiji and Baba Vaidyanath so that we may lead to success and prosperity by their divine grace. At last, I would like to say, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.